my screen. Look at my screen. You like my shirt, bro?
Amazing.
I know you can't say no. Usually say, do you like this? No. Do you like this? I know if I got your shirt with your face on it, you were going to say you like it, right?
Right.
That's right.
I want one of those shirts that have an arrow pointing over. It says, I'm with stupid.
Oh, it's so funny, man. What's going on, Crypto fam? Happy Monday. Happy 4th of July. And welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. I am one of your co-hosts, David, and we are coming at you from our studio here in Sin City, Nevada, with our weekdaily live show. Before we get into the content, quick disclaimer, nothing that anyone says on this channel should be taken as financial advice. So please, as always, do your own research. With that out of the way, here's Robin.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we here an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information. We package it up in a fun and sexy way. Also, here at Sin City Crypto, we don't just do live streams. We also do other content as well. So make sure you check out our other videos, which you'll know if you have a notification bell checked.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, you could help us out. Like the video. Well, first of all, let me ask you, do you like this video so far? Do you like the fact that we are giving up our 4th of July holiday to entertain?
This dude wanted to barbecue burgers at 9 in the morning, by the way. I'm like, who the hell is going to eat a hot dog and a hamburger at 9 in the morning? Oh, I am.
Yeah, why are you hating, bro? I was okay. We were going to do the show from the parking lot of our studio. He's giggling, but we literally were. We're going to do the show for the parking lot of our studio. And I was going to be out there, boy. Your boy going to be out there grilling. You know what I'm saying? Flipping burgers.
He's going to be out there overcooking hamburgers.
Stop playing.
Like you overcooked that in New York in your video. Anyway.
Never.
Roll call.
All right. So, roll call. So, R.A. Dango first in the chat. We got Destroyer, Big Chili Willy, Hania. We also got Strictly Sports, Salvatore, Olga. Why You Loud, gang. And that wraps it up. Now, we got
my boy Marky Mark.
Oh, and my boy Marky Mark up in here as well. So,
and AZ.
He hit the he got in here right at the cut line. All right. So, first, I just want to say happy 4th of July, everybody. Today's our Great Day's Independence Day.
What about our friends from the UK? You think they're offended?
I don't know. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say. Day to celebrate freedom. And most people in our chat, even if you're not from the U.S., you reside in a country that provides freedom. So don't take it for granted. It took a long time to get here. We went from the days of kings and monarchs and totalitarian regimes, and now we are in a spot where you can pretty much decide what you want to do. And I don't know if maybe there's some exceptions in the chat, but we have the freedom to decide what we want to be when we grow up and what we want to do and who we want to marry and all that good stuff. So
wait, you got to pick. I am
blessed for that.
You got to pick who you married.
So I do want to say though, in comparison to our natural freedoms, don't forget that here in the U.S. and mostly abroad, you have the freedom to choose what monetary system you want to use now. Something we didn't have a decision to do just 10 years ago. So Bitcoin's been around for 13 years. So now we are seeing the emergence of a new monetary system, fintech, and you now have options. And if you feel like the fiat system or the policies from above are hurting your spending power, which is obviously and painfully evident in the form of inflation and buying power, you now have recourse and other avenues. So that's what I think.
Yeah.
Freedom across the board, but also
I mean?
freedom monetarily.
That touched my soul, man.
Yeah.
You know what else people have a freedom to choose? Is what cryptocurrency channel to watch. And we appreciate you choosing us and starting your week off with Sin City Crypto. So let's not waste time. Are you surprised? I'm going to pull up Robin's laptop. Let's pull up the crypto market. So we did a last minute video on Friday. We're getting ready to get out of the studio, and we saw an article that Voyager had halted withdrawals, something we've been talking about for a while here on this channel. And so immediately Robin and I went, markets are going to tank. Well, it doesn't look like they really tanked.
No, I was just looking at the causation. So you had Celsius going under, and we saw that was essentially the catalyst from the 30K to 20K Bitcoin. And, nothing is guaranteed, and, history does repeat itself, but not always one for one. So just, when we went live, or when we were talking about it, discussing, I was just, and, what I said was, where we discussed is that maybe you should evaluate your trades that you have open, and, or buy orders, sell orders, just because of, if you were to see the movement in Bitcoin in the same way that we saw movement in Bitcoin when it came to Celsius halting transactions, we saw that with another major exchange, Voyager. So, but to take a look at Bitcoin, we are sitting at $19,920. We are touching and grazing and bumping into this 20K.
Grazing and bumping and jumping.
So, really surprised, man. We had this big run up here, man. If you see, late last night, we were at the low 19, testing the $19,000 line. And lo and behold, we've had two pretty decent run ups here as of lately. And so, to be seen. I think the same way we were flirting with the 30K line forever. What was it, for almost a month, right? It was like 3.5 weeks. So taking a look here at the 3-month chart. So this eerily familiar to what we're going through here. We went from 40, we jumped down to 30. And here we had initially had a big wick down where we tested, what was it, 27 something. And then anyways, we traded right at 30K for 3.5 weeks. Same thing happened here, guys. We went from 30, we dipped down to 20. On the initial drop down, we wicked all the way down to 18.5. And then now, lo and behold, we're back to 20, above 20, under 20, above 20.
Robin,
and so it's kind of the same jazz here.
I think over the next 10 days, we will see Bitcoin either move to 13,000 or 28,000.
I think so. I mean, if you just took the timeline from here, if you were to assume that you're going to get a big price movement in the similar way that we had before, I mean, this was 3 weeks. We were already almost 2 weeks into this. So basically within the next 2 weeks, the next week and a couple of days, should see the next big price movement. All right, we got Big Chili Willie dropping a $5 sticker up in here. Muchas gracias. And then we also got Cito. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Well,
I'm not sure if this is your first time, but
I don't think I've seen Cito here.
If not, I'm just gonna drop a hola anyway.
Sincito. I like it.
Sincito. Okay. I
Wait,
see.
before you move on from Bitcoin, I want to show my chart real quick.
Okay,
Rocco,
go ahead.
Pull up my laptop. All right, so this is the Bitcoin daily chart, okay? So I want to show you a couple things, all right? I want to show you, so Bollinger Bands is, when it comes to TA, especially when we do it for the show, I like to keep it as simple as possible, right? So one of my favorite indicators is Bollinger Bands, measures volatility. And so typically when you see the bands constricting, a big movement is ahead, okay? So that's literally what we're doing right now. If you take a look, we are converging on the deviated lines of the Bollinger Bands, which is the blue lines on the top and the bottom. Well, let's take a look at what happened the last couple times this happened. So back in May of this year, we had a total, since the beginning of the Bollinger Bands constricting, there was a total of about 14 days, so 2 weeks. And the move we saw, once it finally broke out, was a 37% move to the downside. Let's take a look at another example. We go back here to July of last year, and we measure when it started constricting. It was about, again, 15 days. And this move saw us take a move 50% to the upside. Okay, but if you take the shorter move, you're looking at about a 23%. So looking where we are now, okay, so typically with moves, right? So you hear the word trend is your friend. Typically don't want to go against a trend. So my immediate guess, without taking anything else into consideration, looking at this chart, would be the move would be a 30% move to the downside. But I think we're due for a nice relief rally, man. I feel like the Celsius liquidation point is under 10 grand. Hodlers are still buying. People are pulling their coins off of exchanges. By the way, if you haven't done so, please start pulling your money off of centralized exchanges. It's not financial advice. It's just human advice. So if we measure a 30% move to the downside from where this bottom line of the Bollinger Band is, we're looking at about a $13,000 Bitcoin. But what I think we'll see is a move to the upside, which would put us right around a $29,000 Bitcoin. Robin, if you had to take a guess, okay, are you going against the trend or are you going with the trend? You think we'll see this 30% move to the upside or the downside?
I think we're gonna go further down. I think we're gonna take another week.
And by the way, we're
when does the inflation numbers come out?
13th.
That's when we break down.
Which would put it in line with 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
2 week move or 2 week move. The one I showed you before was a 2 week move, and currently we started this constriction back 2 days ago. So we're 2 days in.
Inflation numbers come in. They're gonna be disappointing for whether or not they'll get worse.
The forecast is 8.3.
I think it's as long as it's over 8%. I think we're gonna it's gonna push us down. That's just that's my vibe, man. I don't think too much has changed as of lately. I don't know.
I feel it, man.
I wouldn't be surprised for relief rally, honestly. But I think even if we do get it, it'll be short lived. Now, taking a look at mine here, just to circle back on the prices. So
by the way, has Raul Ortiz been in here before?
This is his second time. So
welcome back.
Anyways, Raul, hola, welcome to City Crypto. And then we also have thought I saw somebody else in here. Anyways, good to see Tyrone, Lil Uzi up in here, Ornelius, and
Cornelius.
Call him Cornelius. All right, so let's see. Ethereum's got a nice little pump today, man. We were testing the $1,000 limit, back up to 1126, so up 6% for the day. So some nice strong movement out of Ethereum. Also, Solana up to $35, man. So if you're a Solana homer, looking good. Taking a look at the crypto bubbles, the Gala token, Sand are both up, stepping. Other than that, still a lot of red across the board, with the exception
That's
of
on the year.
Oh, never mind. My bad. Okay, this is the daily here. So Sand up, Rune, man, everything's a little green with the exception of a couple here. So taking a look at the crypto fear and greed index, we are back up to a 14. So people are calming down, taking it easy. And also the stock markets are closed today, but this is the pre-market open here. So these are the trades that are going to settle. Basically, they've followed the trades that are in line to settle as soon as the stock market opens. So as of right now, a little bit in the red, but nothing too drastic. NASDAQ looking to open up at 0.5% down. But compared to the EU markets, they're a little flat as well. So I think in the same way that crypto is kind of waiting for we preference the inflation numbers, so is the global and macro environment is doing the same thing as well. So I think Wall Street is probably going to kind of trade sideways until we get inflation numbers. Also, I found this interesting article here. So here, this is price stability is more than enough for the Fed. No new mandates. So what is this about? So Congress is proposing that the Fed take on more responsibility. As of right now, the Fed pretty much just sets interest rates and then basically has influence on the job market, or at least keeps an eye on it. So Congress and the administration are asking the Fed to control greenhouse gas emissions, promote equal employment, income, wealth, and affordable credit across racial and ethnic groups, and proposing that the Fed require the issuance of the new central bank digital currency. They have a very hard time doing their job as is.
They can't even.
And you're trying to get them to control greenhouse emissions. Like, first of all, why the hell would the federal government, the Fed, why would the Fed, the Federal Reserve, control greenhouse emissions?
You know, we're a team here, Robin. I'm kidding.
That's like asking your
gardener to do electrical work around the house. Like, what?
Hey, man. Yeah, you're talking to your gardener. Like, hey, man.
After you're done planting
some
that tree,
shingles fell off on my roof up there. You got any idea how to fix that? Get up there. Does
it surprise you though?
At this point, the government nothing.
Our government is so hilarious.
And then promote equal employment. That kind of makes sense. You know, you're already kind of in the job market. You know, sure, okay, why not? Income, wealth, and affordable credit outcomes. So they want you to across racial and ethnic groups.
We have a literally.
I'm not saying that these things aren't important. I just don't.
But I think
I don't feel like they fall in the correct category. That's all I'm saying. Like, I think, you know, whether or not you're a global warming, you know, you go down that rabbit hole. We can all agree that there probably is a little bit more carbon dioxide in the air.
You know what I think it is?
Than there was in the past.
I think all these problems are problems the government doesn't want to catch any backlash on, and so because the Fed is its own entity, they're not voted. Their rules, restrictions, they're not voted on by the government, right, or by Congress, right? They want to hike interest rates, they're going to write hike interest rates. They don't need to pass a law through Congress. So I think all these hot topic issues, stuff that's hard to handle, let's give it to the Fed. That way, when they mess it up, we can just blame them. That's what I see.
Right.
Also, I think we have a new person, Rob. We have Dia.
Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
DA.
And then let's see what else we got. So on Friday, Voyager halted trading. So I pulled up the Voyager's.
Go to the 1 year.
Look at the 1 day. Okay. So yeah, taking a look at the 1 year, this thing is pretty much going to zero. Not quite there yet, but it's not very far off.
It's down over 99%.
Mm-hmm. Look at this breaking news. 5 killed after gunman erupts in 4th of July parade, man. Man, enough is enough, man. At least, like, sad that
there's a mental
shootings on.
There's a mental issue problem in the U.S.
They have shootings on holidays. I'm not saying that any day is permissible, but days that you want to, you know, barbecue and celebrate and go to parades. It's
anyways
questioning security now. Anyways, but get back to crypto. Hearts got to affected. Anyways, on a better note here, that's all I got, man.
On a better note, you're done.
Yes.
That is a way better note.
That is a better note?
Huge note.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So obviously the American markets are not open, so we're not doing our traditional market insight. But we will roll right into our very next segment of our show, which is our hot take.
That's hot.
All right. By the way, we posted this poll on Twitter. So if you want to partake in the hot take, real quick, on your phone, go to Twitter, put your vote in, and then we'll discuss. Okay, I'll pose a question first, and then we'll go through some facts, all right? So the question is this. Can Voyager stage a comeback, or is it all finished? Is it finito, or are they done? If you're not familiar with the Voyager situation, when it was announced that they had exposure to Three Arrows Capital and their under collateralized loan, we started sounding the alarm, and then they dropped their withdrawal maximum. So from, let's say, I saw a tweet, someone had $120,000 limit on withdrawals. That got bumped down to $10,000 a day. One of my friends had a lot of money on Voyager. He trades, sends in and out all the time. They said he was limited to 5 a day, up to $10,000 a day. So from that moment on, we've been saying, all right, Voyager's on a trajectory down. And then come Friday, it was announced that they had halted all withdrawals, trading, yield rewards, everything. So the question is, can Voyager make a comeback and survive? Well, there is a large misconception across Twitter, across other content creators in the crypto YouTube space, that your dollars, your USD on Voyager was FDIC insured. That is
Hold
not.
on. They advertise that.
They know.
Advertise.
I
Wow.
get it, but when you have a large audience, right? Kind of want to do a little more research.
But hold on. Before you get into that, let me say something.
Okay.
Just to say exactly what you just said again in my own voice. We were trying to tell y'all, man. Right? We've been sounding the alarm for 2 weeks. We've been telling y'all for 2 weeks. Like, hey, Voyager is a ticking time bomb. There's a lot of problems. We didn't say that this was definitely and definitely, we didn't say it was 100%. But God, what else we got to say, bro? We were like, not financial advice, but everything on the horizon here is looking real choppy. Everything's looking rough. We came out and we said, hey, man, how much of Voyager, man, you need to rethink this thing. And, also on top of that, our YouTube videos, they also got a bunch of hate, okay? Bunch of hate comments on our YouTube videos. Had a lot of these, hey man, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Voyager,
One guy called us buffoons.
Yeah, they called us buffoons. Basically just in our chat, opened up our YouTube, went to our comment section on our YouTube and decided to talk crap about us and saying we don't know what we're talking about. Trying to delegitimize the content we have. And so when this happened, I don't care. I don't care about the optics or what's right or moral or whatever. I went right into those comments and I was just like, yo, ha, that's what your ass get. I don't care. I don't feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for people that lost money, but I don't feel bad for you coming in here and trying to poop on the information that we got. Let me tell y'all, man, we come in here every day. Every day. We got a team of people. We come in here. We bring all of our information that we want to talk about. We all go and do research. We have a team of people that does research. We put the information together on a table hours before we go live. We discuss what we're going to talk about. Is it pertinent to our viewers? Is it something that our viewers can use? Is it something our community can use to better inform themselves, to make wiser decisions, to show things in a light that maybe other people are scared to do so because of endorsements and things like that? We vet what we talk about. So if you come into our chat and you sit here and say, you guys don't know what you're talking about, we did our research. We know what we're talking about. Are we right all the time? No. Will we give you our opinion and be wrong in our opinion? Yeah, I do it all the damn time. David will tell you. But you're going to get our honest opinion. And we do our work. And you know what? You're going to come in our chat and throw some shade. When you look stupid, I'm going to call your ass out, man. That's it. And then, anyways, Voyager sucks, man. Voyager sucks, bro. And you know what?
Drop the nuke.
On 4th of July, we nuking people or what?
Because it was mad.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's what I got to say, man. And you know what? We're gonna give you a long running ledger. We're gonna give you our own blockchain here. We're gonna give you all the receipts of transactions that these exchanges and custodial services are doing, all the fine print, and why the hell you shouldn't be trusting these centralized authorities. Go ahead, David.
Speaking of, what'd you say? You said, the word you used, terms of service. No, you said,
yeah, terms of service.
Yeah,
well,
whatever.
Agreement. Right. Terms of agreement.
Terms of agreement. All right. So back to my point. And by the way, I agree with everything Robin said because I got the Robin shirt. By the way, if you haven't seen my shirt, peekaboo. Shout out to my boy Rob. All right. So there's I see it floating all the time. I try to stay on Twitter to see what's going on. And time after time, people are saying, your USD is safe. It's FDIC insured. It's FDIC insured. No, it's not. It's not. Pull up my laptop. Okay? So if people took 5 seconds to just read this, right? And if you don't have the time.
When we say people, we're talking about content creators that are going out. I saw 2 different content creators. I'm not going to drop names. 2 different prominent figures, both discussing that your money is safe. One basically said all money's safe. Another one said that your USD is safe. Go ahead. Receipts.
So this is what we do, okay? So we dig deeper. So we're both Robin and I are both very, for lack of a better term, anal when it comes to our research. It's like we read something, then we have to back that up, and then we have to back that up, and then we have to do our own research. So if you didn't know, when you deposit USD on an exchange, they have a custodial bank in the traditional financial system that they send your USD to. And there is where you have the FDIC insurance. Voyager's money is held on Metropolitan Commercial Bank. And this is directly from their website, mcbankeynewyork.com. Voyager is responsible for maintaining records to determine the ownership and amount of each of its customers' funds on deposit in the omnibus account, essentially an account where they intermingle other clients' USD, possibly from other funds and from other exchanges. Okay. FDIC insurance coverage is available only to protect against the failure of Metropolitan Commercial Bank. FDIC insurance does not protect against the failure of Voyager, any act or omission of Voyager or its employees, or the loss in value of cryptocurrency or other assets. To piggyback, this is from Voyager's user agreement. Cash in the account is insured up to $250K per depositor by the FDIC in the event the bank fails. FDIC insurance does not protect against the failure of Voyager or any custodian or malfeasance by any Voyager or custodian employee. Voyager is not a member of the FINRA, the Securities Investor Protection Corporation, and therefore cash is not SIPC protected.
Okay, real quick. I'll pause right here. Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you all an analogy here to make sense, all right? If I have a bank account, my bank account's FDIC insured, that's normal, right?
Right.
Now, if you let me borrow $1,000 and I put $1,000 in my bank account and I file for bankruptcy, can you go to the bank and get your money back FDIC insured?
No.
No. Exactly what happened here with Voyager.
That's a good analogy.
Okay. Voyager got a bank account. Their bank account is insured. Your money is not their bank account. Your money is Voyager's money. And if Voyager files bankruptcy, they lose their money. That's it. The only insurance is with the bank, is if the bank gets robbed. FDIC was created because back in the 20s and 30s or 18s, whatever year it was, the bank robberies, the bank heists, the mobsters going in, robbing the bank, they would, because at the time, before things were FDIC insured, if you had your money in the bank and it got robbed, well, nothing you could do. You just lost your money. So then the federal government was like, all right, we're going to insure this thing, man. Y'all are safe, man. Put your money in the bank.
Right.
And then they had the Fed. What's the FBI?
For what?
Who's the enforcement agency for the federal government? FBI? I don't know. Whoever. They put people outside the bank, okay, with guns. They put people outside the bank with guns. And then yeah. That's what's up.
Robin,
what are you laughing about?
You're funny. You're funny. I love you. Real quick before we move on, will you give a whole lot of my boy Bubba's?
My boy Bubba. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto, man. We are sorry to hear about your Voyager loss, man. You know what? We all make bad mistakes, man.
Listen, I had money on Voyager, okay? And then when I started seeing that they were, with the 3 Arrows Capital thing, I started taking the money out. And
I mean, I'll just say this, man. If you guys watch our channel, man, we will try to give you, we were sounding the alarm on the Terra. We were saying the UST. The UST. I was like, yo, this peg. I mean, I didn't say it was gonna go to zero. I think that kind of surprised me. But I was over here. I was on BitBoy's channel on Around the Blockchain. I'm like, yo, you got $1 stablecoin. It's not $1. It don't make no sense. Like this is not a working platform right now. Like, guys, same thing with Voyager. I mean, go back and look at our videos. We got thumbnail after thumbnail of Voyager exploding and crashing.
Look,
ship sinking.
at the end of the day, okay.
Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me show y'all something.
Okay, let me say something first.
Go ahead. Good.
If you're too busy to do the in-depth research we do, totally understand, right? Everyone's busy, whether you're running a business, you're working, you have a family. So it's so important that when you pick what channels to watch, and if we ever go down the road of becoming one of these channels, please unsubscribe to our channel. But that will not happen. So when you pick what content creators or what channels on YouTube you're getting your information from, choose wisely. When you find a new channel, what they're saying, go back and see if they're telling the truth. Go back and see if they're doing the research. It'll take you 10 minutes. Once you establish that trust with that channel, then you can follow them. Then you can make sure you get the right information. So,
here, look pull up my laptop. Look, this was June 22nd. June 22nd. Look at this. Margaret gonna sink. Look, that's Voyager's boat. This was over 2 weeks ago. Voyager's ship sinking here. And then on top of that, we go back to our regular videos. Another June 22nd.
Yeah.
Another 2 weeks ago. Voyager broken here. Like, come on, guys. We're trying to tell you, man.
Look, we're not
trying to tell you, bro.
And we're not saying this to just say, "Oh, we told you so." It's like, hey, there's a reason we do all this research, and if you're a member of our community, you will always get 100% truth from us. And we'll make sure we know our stuff. We won't just bring you BS. There's plenty of times before the show starts, I want to talk about something, right? With something that we haven't talked about, whether it's a part of the government or an agency. And Robin's like, I'm not talking about it because I haven't done any in-depth research about it. And that's the God's honest truth. So sometimes we don't talk about that stuff until we actually dig in and know what the hell we're talking about. Anyways,
he gets mad at me too. But he'll be like, yeah, let's talk about it. I'm like, man, I don't know enough about that subject to speak on it confidently. And so if there's something I don't know, believe me. That's why sometimes we're like 2 days back on an article. Because it'll be about something. I mean, I know a lot of crap, but man, I don't know everything, and nobody else knows anything. And you know what? It's surprising when like all of a sudden you hear some like new remember when the quantitative easing thing like started being a topic? Yeah. All of a sudden these freaking content creators are coming out of the woodwork. So like, well, they got quantitative easing and it started back in 2008, and I'm just like, you don't know nothing. You don't even live in the United States. How do you know what our policies are doing? I'm like, get out of here.
Maybe they follow it.
Anyways. Get back to it.
Bubba's, I hope for the best, my friend. You bring a great point. You said, we've all lost money in ventures, but if you take it as a learning experience, no matter how costly it is, right?
Money comes and goes.
Right. As long as you take one lesson out of it and you implement that moving forward, man, you'll make more money. You stay in crypto, you put it in the right projects, bro. You custody your own coins, you'll make that money back plus some. Like zero doubt in my mind. So, and then this is also from Voyager. I'll pull out my laptop, Rocco. Voyager reserves the right at any time to modify, suspend, or discontinue the services or any part thereof with or without notice. You agree that we will not be liable to you or to any third party for any modification, suspension, or discontinuance of the services of any party thereof. And there was a bottom one here, right here. Class action waiver. Okay, let me make this a little bigger.
Too big.
All right, my bad. Class action waiver. You agree that any arbitration or proceeding shall be limited to the dispute between us and you individually. So you cannot file a class action lawsuit. Now, why is this important, Robin?
Well, because
please explain. Why would they put this in their terms of service?
Well, here's the thing. In their terms of service, which you're going to even go into a little further, Basically, they say, yo, money, aka crypto or fiat, is our money. And because your money is our money, we put it in our disclaimer. So that's it, man. You got no recourse. However, in the same way that if I get on a roller coaster and I got to sign a waiver, if the roller coaster flies off the tracks, I can still sue. The waiver only covers like, natural, expected. A waiver covers expected damages. Put it that way. Things that make sense. You can't sign a waiver for a roller coaster and the roller coaster flies off the tracks because of extreme negligence. A waiver doesn't matter. But here's the problem is that if you have in the terms of agreement, hey, you got no rights, you can't do nothing unless you go get a lawyer.
Even then.
And then if you're going to get a lawyer, he's going to have to fight tooth and nail to be like, hey, there's some extreme, issues here, malpractice. You can keep going on. You can say that, there's all kinds of negligence and that, there's fraud involved and they broke the law. And, a lawyer can do that. And obviously a class action lawyer, you can represent a lot of people. It'd be easier. So basically what I'm saying here, they do that. No class action waiver there. So that way, yeah, it's going to be very hard for you to get your money back.
No, you know what I think they do
if
it
not
for?
impossible.
You know what I think they do it for? Think about it this way. How does a class action lawsuit work? One of my friends is a lawyer that does class action lawsuits. It's essentially a big pot of people and one lawyer handles one lawsuit. So the lawyer fees and the court fees are spread out amongst 100 people. This disincentivizes you to sue them because now if you want to sue them, you can't hop into a pool of investors that are trying to sue. You got to do it yourself. And guess what? You got to hire your lawyer. You got to pay court fees.
That's exactly what I'm saying, man. It's
so take it for what you will. All right, let's answer the question. Can Voyager make a comeback? And then I also want to tie in Raul's question into our hot take, Robin. Will we see some of our money back? I'd like to go first.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest thing when it comes to money? If I lend Robin money and he says he's going to pay me back on Friday, but it takes him 3 months to pay me back, will I ever lend Robin money again? The answer is no. Why? Because credibility and trust is lost. What do you think will happen when Voyager opens up withdrawals? Every single person is going to withdraw their money off that exchange. And then what? You're not going to onboard any new people. Credibility is lost. The people that have their money frozen on the account, they're not going to keep it on there. They're definitely not going to put any more money on there. So where are you going to get your customers from? So you got to believe, if you believe you can get your money back, you got to believe that the people at Voyager are so morally righteous and right that they will find ways, raise money, whatever it is, bring all that money in there because they know when they open withdrawals, there's going to be a bank run. Everyone's going to drain their accounts. So they're essentially going to raise money, open up withdrawals, let their entire liquidity drain out of their platform, and then the company's done. Common sense. What business would do that? On top of that, what company is going to lend them $250 million or $500 million when they know that's going to happen? The only way I believe that people can get their money back is if it gets acquired by a large firm like an FTX, maybe a traditional financial company that wants to get into the crypto space, like a hedge fund or whatever the case may be, and come in, completely rebrand, completely change management, throw some sort of insurance in there, something where like you can comfortably feel like, okay, if this goes under, I'm good. That is the only way they can salvage the users, the money, the people, your money. I believe that's the only way. And that is why I don't think they're going to come back. I think Voyager's dead in the water. Now, whether people will get their money back, that remains to be seen.
So Voyager is absolutely toast, bro. And they ain't coming back. You want to know why they ain't coming back? Because they know they ain't coming back. Because we saw what happened to Celsius. It was front and center news in front of everybody. And perhaps this happened. Perhaps Celsius was looking at suspending transactions and they didn't think it was going to be such a big catastrophic moment. Now, we both probably agree, or probably everybody here agrees that, Celsius is probably aware if they halt transactions and they halt withdrawals,
They're done.
They're probably done. But I'm sure there's a piece of the board members who are like, well, maybe we'll halt transactions. We'll try to raise some money. It'll stop people from withdrawing. We can get our books in order. Probably not very likely, but maybe we can come back. I think that's probably a real discussion they had. But Voyager knew that wasn't on the table because they saw the backlash and all of the front page articles and all of the news of Alex Mashinsky trying to leave the country and getting arrested. And you know what? It was shocking how vocal the crypto community was, and traditional finance. It wasn't even that. It was also Yahoo Finance and CNBC and Fox. Everybody, Bloomberg, everybody was talking about the collapse and what was going on with Celsius. So we know damn well that if Voyager was going to cease withdrawals and stop transactions, they knew they weren't coming back from that. And so when they decided to do that, they were done. They knew they were done, and they pretty much hung it up. And not to mention, they got no liability to their investors. Zero. Why? Once again, pull up my laptop. Once again,
They're investors or consumers?
They're consumers and investors, both of them. All right, listen to this. So this is right from Voyager. Customer understands that Voyager may hold the customer's cryptocurrency together with cryptocurrency of other Voyager's customers in like one wallet. In addition, listen to this one. In addition, customer understands and authorizes Voyager to delegate the custody to a third party. So you want to know, first of all, you wonder how this happened? Okay, you know that money they lent to Three Arrows Capital? It probably wasn't even their money.
That was your money.
Yeah. So here in their terms, they say, hey, we're gonna take all of your money, we're gonna throw it in one wallet, and then we're gonna go lend it out. Is literally what it says. Then, also, customer explicitly understands. You know what is funny is they say the customer explicitly understands and acknowledges. Like this is so common knowledge. Like basically they're saying, oh yeah, oh you guys absolutely understand. No, actually, most of your customers, if not all of them, don't understand. The customer explicitly understands and acknowledges that the treatment of customers' cryptocurrency in the event of a customer, Voyager, or custodial insolvency proceeding is unsettled, not guaranteed, and result. Anyways, they go bankrupt. This is what happens. It's customers are being treated as unsecured creditor and or the total loss of all cryptocurrency. So here's their disclaimer. One, they say, hey, we can leverage your debt. We can leverage your tokens that you think is yours. And then, hey, if we go insolvent, we can write it off as a total loss. And if you want to go file a class action lawsuit, you're not allowed to do that either. And so anyways, when they decided to halt trading, they already knew they won, at least when it comes to their individual users. And that's some sad ass shit, man. And you know what's even more scary? This disclaimer here at Voyager looks awfully and eerily similar to the disclaimer at KuCoin, the disclaimer on Binance, the disclaimer on Coinbase. This is not an oddball disclaimer. This is textbook cryptocurrency exchange disclaimer.
Yeah.
And when we say not your keys, not your crypto, customer understands Voyager may hold customers' cryptocurrency in their own wallet and understand that Voyager can delegate. Not your keys, not your crypto, bro. It ain't just Voyager, it's all of them, bro. You trust them? You trust Voyager?
Yeah.
You trust KuCoin?
No.
You trust Binance?
Nope.
There you go. I don't even trust myself.
Oh man. Look, I personally took every single coin I had off every single exchange. Put it on my Trezor, my Ledger, my Arculus. I have 3 of them. Crypto.com. Okay, I'm not saying they're going to go under. They've made some changes, and they've been very quiet lately. Saying, man, they blew a lot of money on marketing, advertising, $700 million for Staples Center, $150 million to the UFC, other endorsements. I think the only saving grace for Crypto.com
Is Matt Damon?
no is that they make you lock when you stake your coins on their platform to earn yields. You have to lock it up for a certain. Well, you don't have to, but if you want the highest yield, you have to lock it up for 3 months. I think that's their saving grace. I know a couple of friends that are trying to get their money off of Crypto.com, but they can't because it's staked for 3 months. So I'm just saying, be careful. Also, another one I kind of want to bring to the forefront is Genesis Capital. They're one of the largest investing firms. They had a big exposure to Three Arrows Capital, and they are the #1 borrower for Leadin, which is based in Canada. Not sure if U.S. residents can use it or not, but if you're on Leadin, it's LEDN. I would be very careful. And someone mentioned Vald, it's on the smaller side of platforms. They just halted withdrawals. You got to understand, guys, when an exchange or anyone halts withdrawals, that is literally the nail in the coffin. They understand that as soon as it opens back up, there's going to be a bank run. The last thing you want to do is to have someone tell you when you cannot access your money. And when you break that line, when you break that code, it's done. You're done. It's done and over with. So I think Robin and I are both in agreement. Voyager ain't coming back. And that's just, we could sit here and say, hey, you never know. I hope they do. I truly hope I'm wrong for people like Bubba or anyone else that has money in Voyager. But if I'm being
happen, bro.
I'm being completely honest, it ain't gonna happen. And if we take a look at what our community thinks, 70% of them, go ahead and pull up my laptop, Rocco. 70% of them think they can come back.
So, like when I opened up and I was telling you about Celsius, it could have been, it might have been possible for Celsius to come back when they first suspended trading. Then after everything kind of settled, you're like, oh yeah, that ain't gonna happen. And when you saw the burn and the scar from that, you knew as an institution what would happen if you halted trading. And they just went forward anyways.
All right, we're done with our hot take. Let us move on to our next segment of our show, the talking points. All right, I want to show a video that just baffled me. I just want to give a little context. So there's this exchange called CoinFlex that recently paused their withdrawals due to one account that hadn't paid back $45 million loan. Okay, let's watch this video. This is on Bloomberg. All right, Rocco, pull up my. We're there. All right, enjoy.
What does this token actually represent? Who is it making whole? How is it making them whole? And what happens if you can't raise that money?
Yeah, sure. So at CoinFlex, fundamentally, we believe in markets, transparency, and tokenization. So we've done that with one of our other products, FlexUSD. It's on markets. It's funding a market, our repo market, and it's a token. And we're doing that again here with the recovery value USD, so RVUSD. It's a way for us to use tokenization to solve this problem, where we have this asset, which is it's an ultra high net worth individual. They owe us these funds. We do believe that they're going to get us these funds at some point in the future. And we wanted to make it such that the assets all match up and everything matches up in a way where it's a market-based, and we pass on this risk to investors that understand what the risk is and are eager for this risk, and basically solve the problem. Right now, we can't have withdrawals. There are lots of different ways of solving these problems in crypto finance, and crypto generally is on the cutting edge of finance. And one of the ways that hasn't been as successful in the past is when companies put their head in the sand or refuse to communicate or go hide behind the excuse of lawyers. Rather than treating lawyers as advisors and consigliaries in creating solutions that resolve the problem extremely quickly, and also in a way where more people get to participate in the solution.
Mark, assuming that this...
Okay, so let me get this straight. A $45 million high net worth individual's account literally brought this exchange to its knees, first and foremost. Second of all, well, let me start by saying this dude just looks like he's getting ready to just pull money out of your wallet. He looks like I wouldn't trust him with a 10-foot pole. So his grand idea is, let's launch a token and let's pass the risk on from us, even though we're the ones who fucked up. We're the ones who couldn't risk manage. Let's pass that on to investors, to our people, by launching this RVUSD token. And that we believe this high net worth individual will repay it in sometime in the future.
Didn't he say
What?
something? He said that the customers are gladly or be happy to take on these high risk, right? Like, bro, you done froze everybody out of the account. What do you mean people are eager for high risk? What kind of sentence is that?
This is why when people say we need a complete flush out, you have Gareth Soloway that's talked about this for months. We need to see 95% of the crypto market get completely wiped out. This is why. This is why. For idiots like this who are taking custody of people's money and blowing it, not knowing what the hell they're doing, they need to die. Not like, okay, their platforms need to die. Okay?
Easy.
I know, I had to backtrack. They need to go to zero. They need to fall on their face. They need to crash and burn. Let the cream rise to the top.
Whatever happened? Whatever happened to running a business and it don't go well or things go wrong, and then you like have a press release and you apologize, say we can do better? I feel like that's a normal. That's like normal, right?
Some of these people
Say I just
think
plow
they're-
my car into your house by accident. I was so excited to go pick you up. You know what I mean? Like, hey, what if I was like, you know what, David, you're going to be really eager and excited to fix this, huh? Like, you're going to love the risk of not being insured for this through your home insurance, and maybe this being something that they can...
Like, how asinine is that? So to solve the withdrawal freeze, we're going to ask you guys for more money to help solve the issue that we put you and our platform in. I pray to God none of you that are watching this have ever put any money in CoinFlex. Man, what a piece of crap, dude. What an absolute piece of crap. I can't, when I saw this, I was like, what? I was like, no way. Then I had to watch it again. And then I watched it again. I watched it for a fourth time. I was like, this dude's being serious. He wants to raise money from investors to pay off a debt. Or, anyways, you want to add anything else to this before we move on?
Nope.
All right. Big Cardano news. The Vassal hard fork is now inevitable after their successful testnet launch. Cardano's long-awaited Vassal upgrade has gone through the testnet successfully and is expected to deploy on the mainnet in a month. Now, this was originally supposed to be live June 29th, but they pushed it back. The Vassal hard fork is expected to deploy on the mainnet 4 weeks after its implementation on the testnet, meaning that the upgrade could go live in early August. So, just a quick rundown, if you're not familiar with what exactly the Vassal hard fork will do. It will bring on pipelining. It will bring on the largest, the biggest is going to be Hydra. And what Hydra will allow is for Cardano stake pool operators to essentially run their own, to do their own transactions. Okay. So it'll be up to, I want to say 3 million transactions per second. You have 3,000 stake pools. Each stake pool will do about 1,000 transactions per second. Do the math, 3 million transactions per second. Now, people tout, we do, Solana touts, I don't know how many transactions per second. We know it's not that fast. So we're waiting to be seen. But developers are building. Cardano has, out of the last 3-4 years, they've been number one in development on chain from coders and developers 3 out of the last 4 years. So everything is building up. And now with the hard fork and the implementation of Hydra, Robin, is Cardano about to moon or what?
I don't know if anything is capable of having sustained breakout. Obviously, bullish news, you might get a green day or 2, maybe 3, but even for these top layer ones with major protocol upgrades, the direction that the market's going, I just find it really hard to break that and to go a different direction. Even as something as established as Cardano. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. Cardano's got a lot of forks and a lot of upgrades. And so it's not quite as pronounced as, say, Ethereum. Because Ethereum has an upgrade once every 3 years. So more of a rare event. Now, if you had a lunar eclipse every 14 days, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. If you have a lunar eclipse once every 3 years, you're like, ooh, you go outside, you go look. And so I don't know if you're going to get a giant pump off of this news just because we just came off the Alonzo and the Shelly and all these other ones. And so now that's for price action. But let's not discount what's going on here with Cardano as a project, as the rival to Ethereum, as an ecosystem that is not shy from working with nation states and getting adopted around the world, especially in the continent of Africa. And so super bullish on Cardano. I'm excited to see what they do in the next bull run. But if your question to me is, they're going to have a price rally? I don't think so. And if they do, it'll just be short-lived.
We'll see. What do you guys think? Put it in the chat. 1, if you think Cardano will rally. 2, if you think they'll stay flat. Let's move on. Ethereum fork a success as Sepolia testnet gears up to trial the merge. The difficulty bomb delaying Gray Glacier hard fork went live on Ethereum on Thursday. This is obviously this past Thursday. The Sepolia testnet is also set to run through its merge trial over the next few days and is a second last testnet to go through the trial before the official merge. So there's one more testnet. There's one more. And then the merge is supposed to happen. The hard fork will now delay the difficulty bomb by roughly 100 days, giving devs until mid-October to complete the long-awaited merge. This is a quote from Tim Bako, who is the main developer for Ethereum. 20 blocks past the fork, and it's looking good. All monitored nodes, except at Open Ethereum org, which doesn't support the fork, are in sync. No blocks on the old chain so far. The difficulty bomb has been pushed back on multiple occasions due to the merge experiencing numerous delays over the recent years. And this is Vitalik when ETH 2.0 finally goes live. With Ropstein, which was their first testnet, already transitioned to proof of stake and shadow forks continue regularly. Sepolia is now ready for the merge. After Sepolia, only Gurley and Prater, or Gurley/Prater, will need to be merged before moving to the mainnet. Robin.
Yo.
October? Is it happening or what?
I'm telling you, it's coming, man.
Yeah.
All you know, at least okay. Here's
You
the
said
difference
that for the last 3 years.
but
bro.
here's the difference.
It's like
in
the boy who
past-
cried
in the past.
Ethereum.
Ethereum has pretty much been on the we're gonna go to proof of stake soon thing for a while. We all agree that it's been a long time coming. However, what's different now than before?
this time is different.
Well, what's different now than before is that before it was, hey, we're gonna move, we're gonna launch this, we just have to get this side chain running, and then we got to merge it at some point, and it's actually here. And the Ethereum that it will become is actually working. It's in the final development. Remember, the merge is not a hard fork where they flip a switch and it goes to, it becomes a different protocol. And in the hard forks in the past, you're basically changing the code to be something else, and you're trying to prevent any problems when it hard forks. Now here we have a merge. We have a side chain that is functional. It's working. It's Ethereum's proof of stake. It is actually here, and what the finished product is working. The only thing that we're doing is merging. And when we say merge, all you're doing is taking the Ethereum transaction history, taking the ledger, and you're just adding it to the new chain. That's all it is. And the new chain is functional. It's working. All you got to do is just implement
And
the ledger. That's it.
And the difficulty bomb is meant to disincentivize miners from mining on the proof of work chain.
You have the two chains working simultaneously, and obviously you don't want to have both chains continuing.
Right.
Because you want to merge over to the new one. And so because you don't want both working simultaneously, you got to hit the brakes on one. Think of two trains going, trying to connect the cargo together. You don't want them to run next to each other. If you're trying to get them to tag the cargo onto the next train, you let the other one go in front of you, and then you hit the brakes and you attach the two together.
Robin used to also be a conductor for what's that?
I had my little train set. Well, man, those things are not popular anymore, man. Those were fun times back in the day.
Robin, we got a new member, Jerome Powell. Is that Jerome Powell?
J Powell. Hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
What's up, John?
And then, did we give a thanks to
No, we did not.
Ortiz for his sticker earlier?
Raul, thank you so much for your sticker, my friend.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Truly appreciate it.
Much love.
We're taking that money. We're buying better hot dog buns because the ones Robin bought was terrible.
All
All
right.
right.
Buy Dorito and yogurt.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Hey, you leave? Guys, stop with the Dorito yogurt thing, man.
I didn't start it.
Okay.
I didn't start it. You started.
Hold on. How does he know about Doritos and sour? It's not sour cream, it's yogurt, first of all. But how does he know? He's new to the channel.
Maybe
Hold
he
on.
actually,
No.
maybe he
Bubba's?
actually likes.
Do you like Doritos and yogurt? Let me know.
Nobody
I'm
likes.
all alone out
Nobody
here.
likes Doritos and
started
yogurt
this thing.
except for you.
HP Trader.
What are you guys doing for 4th of July, man? Put it in the chat. We're curious.
Bro Kiyoshi's cooking ribs.
Marky
Marks, that's barbecue chicken. He's deglazing the barbecue sauce. Me, throw a couple Pop-Tarts in the toaster, call it a day.
I'm starving, bro.
I'm pretty hungry too.
You know
Don't worry,
what?
we're almost done.
You know what? I will say, man, we love you guys here. We love the viewers because tell them how mad I was this morning, David.
Why are we doing a show on a federal holiday? I'm like, bro, it's 4th of July. It's not like Christmas or Thanksgiving.
Bro, I was mad. I was mad.
I
But I still
look,
came
bro.
in here. Dave was all like, well, don't come in, man. He's like, I do the show by myself.
Yeah, I was like,
I will do the show, but let me let you know, I want a burger and a hot dog, and I'm pissed off right now. Okay, I was like, I'm doing it for you guys. Doing it for you guys.
No, I enjoy doing it. I don't care. I'll do it on Christmas if I have to, but we agreed that Christmas, Thanksgiving, we're not going to do a live show.
And New Year's.
What? No, we're doing a New Year's one.
No, we're not doing a
Yes,
New Year's
we
one.
are.
I swear to God.
I'm doing a New Year's
I'm
one.
eating burgers and hot dogs on New Year's.
okay. All you want to do is eat.
It's all right.
Okay, how about this? For New Year's, I will personally bring Robin a burger and a hot dog, and he can eat during the show. When he feels like talking, he can talk. Okay? Deal? Perfect. All right, let's move on. Robin mentioned the beginning of the show how people have options for finance, right? If you're not happy with the traditional monetary system, you can use crypto. Well, guess what? Argentinians are embracing crypto following the resignation of their economy minister. Amid this economic turmoil and to preserve their wealth, Argentines showed greater interest in stablecoins. Argentina hasn't had a single-digit inflation rate in at least a decade. Bro, a decade. 10 plus years, their inflation has been over 10%. Wow.
Good luck saving money.
In May, the inflation rate in the country soared to over 60%. It is worth noting that Argentina is among the countries with the highest cryptocurrency adoption rate, ranked number 10, surpassing giants like China, Russia, Brazil, and South Africa. Robin.
¿Qué pasa?
And they're putting a lot of it in USDT. Hey, man, you mentioned freedom of choice. And the people in Argentina are sick of the decisions their government officials are making that are absolutely destroying the value of their wealth and their money.
Well, we're seeing it in the South American and Latin countries, the adoption of cryptocurrency at a faster pace than the rest of the world. And I think a lot of people were under the assumption that perhaps the Asian countries and even Africa was going to be at the forefront of crypto adoption. But you know, it's shifted. In Latin America, hola, and stand up. And you know what else? In Latin America, you also say muchas gracias for all of these super chats. How y'all doing?
You know, I think it's only fair, and we'll do a community vote. I think it's only fair that because Robin didn't want to come in today, me and Rocco should split these super chats. Robin gets no access to super chats. What do you guys think? Put a 1, yes. Put a 2, no. He didn't want to be here. We're here because of me. Thank you very much. And the shirt. You guys like the shirt, by the way? By the way, Rocco created this shirt, all right? And here, let me do this. Okay.
That's fun.
So you have one of me, you have one of Robin.
All the stupid shirts you have, I have to say, this is probably your best look. I'm just...
Of course you would, you freaking narcissist. You can make sure you check out our merch store, man. Rocco really puts a lot of time and effort into this. Got some really cool stuff on there. If you're a whale member, you do get 10% off of everything. So, and free shipping over $50. Anyways.
Somebody new, Alexandre Vivet, I guess, from Paris.
Ooh, merci, bonjour. Where? I don't see him.
Oh, yeah. Alex, hola!
No, you got to
Welcome.
say it in
Cincinnati
French.
Crypto. I don't know how to say French stuff.
Hola! No?
Definitely.
No, okay.
And we
Bonjour. Bonjour is hello.
Yes.
So you should
George
say that.
Ornelas is driving and listening to us.
Bonjour!
The 4th of July.
Well, who's doing what?
Driving and listening to us.
Driving and listening. We
George.
appreciate that.
Oh, also, if you are here in the States and you're driving today, please be careful. 4th of July is one of the
Crazy.
not a good day to be out on the roads, especially if you.
Are you talking about like crime or are you talking about like traffic?
No, I'm talking about drunk drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. Call a Uber, man. Call a Uber. You know, it's not worth it. You know, me and David have had some people that made tough decisions driving and aren't around anymore. So
Yeah.
let's friends and family, man. Friends and family. Let's
keep everyone home.
be smart, bro. Be smart.
Don't drink and
Call
drive.
Uber, bro. Call Uber.
Right. Or call Robin. He will personally drive you home.
If you are if you're in Vegas, I give you my word. If you're in Vegas, you need a ride. You put a mess. You DM me on YouTube, and I will literally come pick you up, bro. I'll give you a ride.
Solid. All right, let's move on. So this was pretty exciting. Okay, we've been talking about how Bitcoin mining, the hash rate's going down, difficulty's going down. Difficulty going down is a good thing, but hash rate going down, people unplugging. By the way, where was that article I had about the miners? Anyways, I got a little sidetracked there in my own head here. Bitcoin mining piques the interest of the U.S.'s second biggest electric company Duke Energy, which is the second largest electric power provider in the U.S., is reportedly considering Bitcoin mining. The initiatives are part of determining how to get the miners to begin operating on the grid. Duke Energy is an American holding corporation for electric power and natural gas with headquarters in Charlotte, North Carolina. They will combine other energy sources into the microgrid and trial it with the varying levels of Bitcoin miners prior to submitting a final draft on mining. Also, I thought I had the article on here, but I guess I didn't put it on here. But it was on Twitter. Give me a second. Let me pull up this tweet on Twitter. Good news when it comes to Bitcoin mining as well. So let me show you this for you guys. By the way, if you're not following us on Twitter, make sure you follow us at Sin City Crypto 1. Where are you? Right here. New energy efficient Bitcoin mining ASICs are shipping to customers already. This is from Bitcoin Archive on Twitter. This is great news, guys. We've seen miners unplug the older ASICs because essentially when your ASIC unit is not profitable, and that's when Bitcoin's price is down, there's no point in operating at a loss, so you unplug it from the network. Well, what happens if you go down to $3,000-$4,000 Bitcoin? How many more ASICs are going to get unplugged? So Intel, one of the largest microchip manufacturers, said new energy efficient mining ASICs are already shipping to customers. So this is good news. Robin, are you bullish on the second largest electric company in the entire United States of America that they are looking to get into Bitcoin mining? What are your thoughts? Do you think it'll become too centralized? You think this is a good thing? Like,
I think this is a trend you're going to start seeing more and more of. I mean, why outsource your extra energy when you can just put a shed on your property, put a little warehouse on your property and then make money there that way, right? I mean, here's the thing. You got extra energy. You got somebody trying to pull up, be like, hey, what you going to do with that extra energy? At some point, if you got profit and loss margins that are tight, you're trying to show the board members or whatever it is, like some opportunities. The same way that like going green. The same way that like companies always like advertise we're going green. Like we're going green by making everything by instead of mailing you your remember that whole thing with the banks? Like, look, instead of mailing you an invoice or a bank statement every month, you can go wireless and then you can go green. And then Bank of America advertised like, hey man, we're going green. We're doing e this and e that. No, they're saving all kinds of money. They're saving money on the postage stamps. The e-statement. And Anyways, you're saving money on all of the postage and all of the paper and all of the printers and all that on the outsourcing you have to do for all that equipment. They're saving money. So yeah, at face value, they say they're going green, but on the back end, they just saving money. And
right.
You're going to see the same thing. So if you're an electric company and you can generate more revenue by hooking up some graphics cards in the back, why not?
Yeah. Hendy
threw a $5, man. Thank you so much.
I get the good buns.
And then once again, thanks again to Marky Mark and Jason and Bubba for the chats as well. So
Stereo 2, Rocco. Daniel wants to know, are there any Italian stores in Vegas that sell the Giardino peppers?
Yeah, I already put a couple
You did?
options right
Okay.
there. There is Siena Daily, you can go there if you like, and Sara and for Apache. Or you can go to Mercato Romano up on the M-Town, where is Inspirada.
Oh,
Nice
okay,
place for
okay,
Panzerotti.
yeah.
I got you guys, I got you.
Rocco, you're a good man.
Daniel
Rocco's a man
Antonio.
of the people and a man of Sin City.
I like how he said Inspirado.
Yes. Yeah, these names are going to sound foreign to you if you're not living in the U.S. or living in Vegas. All right. Couple more, and then we'll be finito. And then we can send Robin home to eat his burger and nasty-ass hot dog. All right. Huobi to start layoffs that could exceed 30%. The founder may sell stake in company. Guys, Huobi is a giant. Just because we can't use them in the U.S., they are a global giant. On June 28th, Colin Wu, the local cryptocurrency and blockchain journalist from China, explained that Huobi will start layoffs, which may exceed 30%. He detailed that the main reason why Huobi is laying off staff is because of the sharp drop in revenue after the removal of all Chinese users. This is a quote from a Huobi representative. Due to the current market environment, Huobi Global is in the process of reviewing both its hiring policies and its current manpower with the goal of realigning them to its operational needs, aka we're firing people. Further to such review, layoffs are a possibility. The exchange is the 5th largest trading platform by trade volume in the world. In the world. Again, this might not seem like big news to us in the US, but across the rest of the continents and the rest of the world, this is pretty big. The founder may sell stake in company. Like, is this the next? I mean, what are we talking about here, Robin?
Hey man, there's all kinds of warning signs. You have crypto.com limiting how much money you can withdraw, which was the same thing that Voyager did. And then you also have companies like BlockFi saying they're going to lay off 50% of their staff, and then they go under. And then you have companies like KuCoin saying that they're going to lay off a lot of their staff.
Be careful, Dad.
I'm
The
just
CEO
saying,
came
man,
out and
that,
said they reserve the right to sue anyone for slander.
So I'm just saying that
Get your money off of centralized exchanges. Stop.
you don't know. Okay, you don't know what the hell's going on behind the scenes. And like we saw in those terms of service or terms of agreement or user agreement, whatever the hell they want to title that thing is,
Terms of user
they can do
agreement
whatever the
service.
hell they want with your funds. They can invest it into a Super Bowl commercial. They can go and leverage debt with a failing algorithmic stable coin. They can do all kinds of stuff with it. They can give a $600 million unsecured loan to a venture capital fund, thinking that nothing could ever go wrong. And you don't know what the hell they're doing on the back end. And because of that, you don't know what KuCoin's doing. You don't know what Crypto.com's doing. You don't know what Coinbase is doing or Binance is doing. I'd like to assume they're buttoned up and doing things how they're supposed to, but I don't trust nobody. Like I said earlier, I don't trust nobody. And because of that, everything could unravel. And if you've taken on risk and you're leveraging debt and you lent money out to the wrong people, somebody had to lend money out to Voyager, right? These exchanges borrow money all the time. And so is there another exchange that's going to be vulnerable to Voyager bankruptcy?
They're all essentially intertwined.
Exactly. There you go.
So
When one exchange needs a bunch of Bitcoin, for an example, and the miners aren't selling, where are you supposed to get it? You pick up the phone and you're like, Coinbase, can I borrow some Bitcoin? Hey, KuCoin, can I borrow some Bitcoin?
right.
That's how it works. It's the same
Just like the
same thing
Fed,
with
the
the
banks.
same thing with
Yeah.
the banking system. If you're a bank and you're doing a large acquisition, you need some liquidity, you need cash on hand, you go borrow from another bank. Bank of America borrows from Wells Fargo borrows from Chase. Happens all the time. They do get predominantly most of their their funds from the federal government, from the Fed. Yes, in the same way that most cryptocurrency exchanges get their Bitcoin from the miners. But when in need and you need to pick some up for whatever reason, you borrow from one another. So I'm just saying, there's probably a lot of exposure to Bitcoin when it comes to other exchanges, when it all ties back into Voyager and other projects.
You guys ever try to call Coinbase? It's an experience. If you really want to try something,
Is it a good
we
experience?
should do it live.
Is
You
it a
won't
good-
believe it.
Really?
Yeah.
The joke.
Should we do it right now? No, not right now.
They probably answer. There are no. I don't think they're situated here.
4th of July?
The call center is not here, for sure.
Oh, great. Well, you know what I'm doing tomorrow. All right, let's move on to our last segment of our show, our NFTs. Let's talk some NFTs.
Okay, NFT.
NFTs. I just want to highlight what Broke Yoshi said. He said, I I got nearly all my USDC in self-custody. Now just left a little to play with on KuCoin. Amount I could live with losing. Great strategy. All right, pull out my laptop. OpenSea has been getting absolutely cream pied by total volume, down 73% in the month of June. So at its height in January of this year, close to 5 billion in monthly volume traded on OpenSea, which is the largest NFT secondary marketplace in the world. And you saw a steady decline since then. We did see a little spike in April. And then just from May to June, 73% decline. And that's on OpenSea. So imagine what the other platforms are seeing. So just something I want to share with you guys. Let's talk some NFT news. Bentley takes the fast lane down the Web3 superhighway. A highly coveted automobile manufacturer, Bentley has become the latest luxury brand to delve into the realm of NFTs. Its initial foray will see 208 tokens land on the blockchain this coming September, with each featuring stunning depictions of the famed automobiles fresh from the drawing board of the Bentley design team, and they will launch on the Polygon network. Bentley's grand NFT collection will include as yet unspecified rewards and utility, promising both real-world and virtual perks as the company looks to build a community of automobile lovers within the Web3 ecosystem. Robin, please share your thoughts.
You think they're going to be as expensive as a real Bentley?
Bentleys aren't expensive. I kid.
Like,
What? But why
I
do you
paid
think-
more for my bird NFT than I did my bird. That's where I'm getting at here. So our this, but they were pretty close in price. About $800 for both of them. But
Okay, let me ask you this.
so do you
It's
think
all
you're gonna
these
have
little-
$100,000? Bentley?
No, not $100,000. Are you? I mean, all we're seeing is luxury brands. Tag Heuer, Gucci.
Tag is not luxury.
Tag Heuer is not luxury.
It's premium. It's not luxury.
Okay, what price?
When's the
point
last
would you-
time you seen somebody like walk up and be like, bro, is
What?
that a Tag Heuer on your wrist?
What
Damn!
price point? What price point would you say would put you in the luxury?
I don't know.
Would $2,000 for a watch put you in luxury? What about
maybe?
$30,000 for a watch?
Okay, I'm sure they have expensive watches.
All I'm saying is Bentley, luxury brand. Gucci, luxury brand.
Tiffany.
Who else do we see?
Tiffany.
You leave my wife out of this.
Okay, I didn't know it was your name. I didn't know
That's my
that.
wife's name is Tiffany.
Okay.
Yeah, but Tiffany.
Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. What do you think, Robin? What do you think about this? You excited for this? Would you buy one?
Yeah,
There's only 208 of them.
That's what I'm saying. You gonna buy
They're
one?
going to be expensive, man.
At least the gas fees will be low. It's on Polygon. I sent some ETH from my MetaMask to my cold storage wallet. Cost me $1. I was like, this can't be right. $1.14 for an ETH gas fee? What?
Yeah, the
And then,
the ETH gas fee a couple of days ago was under $1.
That's insane.
We'll say if you guys haven't taken a look, we are looking for 2 more members to join our YouTube channel. That way we can get another emoji, and then we can get Rocco's
Oh,
face.
I was like, what are you talking about? Are we doing Rocco?
yeah, we're gonna get Rocco.
Did I get shampoo or?
I don't know. I was thinking about putting an Italian flag behind him or
Okay.
something. Those pictures are small though.
Rocco, what's
Yeah, small.
what's Italy's biggest, what country does Italy not like?
Wow, you put him in a tough
Yeah,
spot,
why don't we try to get him canceled before he gets any face?
Not
He's
him,
like,
the
hey,
country of it.
what race does your race not
It's
like?
country.
Italians, okay?
Spill the beans.
Italians.
We hate each other.
Said,
We hate ourselves.
He's like, who did your dad cuss out all the time when you're out shopping quietly?
Oh, man.
It was a good one.
This guy, man.
When we
Yeah.
play football,
Way-
and
way to-
soccer,
way to- way to
that's-
set up
that
our
can
producer,
be-
bro.
It can be soccer, but this year we are a soccer.
Oh, damn. We got Brokioshi just gifted 5 people a membership.
Dang.
You should change your name from Brokioshi
Damn.
to not Brokioshi because you
I didn't-
just straight
I
slinging
didn't
that
know.
dough, my dude.
I didn't know they activated it.
Yeah.
I guess they did. They finally activated it.
I activated it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Uh,
Chusei, Nishan, Crypto Bandito, Anime, and
Shizay.
Shizzy. You're all now members thanks to Brokioshi. So make sure you
that's awesome. Thanks, Brokioshi, and congratulations to our new members. They really wanted the Rocco emoji, huh?
guess so, man.
Yes. Italian flag, here we come. All right, one more article, guys. So this is pretty cool for us as YouTubers and
Doesn't let
Great.
me highlight Brokioshi that you gifted the so for some reason, but thank you. Just wanna.
what happened?
No, I can highlight it.
Oh,
in
you
case
can?
I
Okay, yeah.
can't. For some
No,
reason,
you're
doesn't
good.
let me do it. So
We appreciate it. That's awesome. So this is cool for people who create content like us. Stream My Screen, the new Metaverse tool for content creators. Rocco, pull up my laptop. Live CGI, which is a leader in customizable Metaverse experiences across streaming, e-commerce, and the blockchain, has unveiled its new cloud-based studio platform called Stream My Screen. Stream My Screen. The new platform allows creators to live stream themselves and their screen wherever and whenever they choose, where in doing so, they can generate extra avenues of income by immortalizing the most memorable moments of their content through NFTs. The platform features a Mint My Stream function, which allows content creators, gamers, and their onlooking fans to seamlessly access the metaverse throughout streaming sessions. They will be able to create NFTs which depict the most memorable and dramatic moments of their favorite creator streams, which will then be available to purchase on the Stream My Screen storefront as well as on the largest NFT marketplace, OpenSea. So, from my understanding, let's say we're using this platform right now, and Brokioshi, a segment he really likes or really thinks is like important, he can crop that out and make that into an NFT right then and there and sell it. We can do the same. I mean, how pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Pretty badass, man. I like it.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. I'm just thinking about food right now, man. I'm so hungry.
All right, let's wrap this thing up, man. We got
we also
Tezos.
got XTZ. I think he's new, right?
He's been here before. Tezos.
Okay. Welcome back, bro.
Yes, sounds like he has peanut butter on the roof of his mouth.
Must be talking about you.
Yeah, I mean, yes. I do like peanut butter, but I currently haven't eaten any peanut butter in probably about 3 months. So, yeah. Anyways,
Still stuck there from 3 months ago.
yeah. We are finito. Rocco, roll the outro music. Friends, family, crypto fan members, Sin City family, and just everyone. We thank you so much for joining us on this 4th of July holiday day. Thank you so much for starting your week off with Sin City Crypto. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, put your notifications on. And on behalf of myself, Robin, and Rocco Battacelli, we will see you guys tomorrow, 10:30 in Vegas time. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your burgers and hot dogs. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Can you grill chicken wings? Is that a thing?
Really anything.
He said, "Know your homie behind the camera." He's talking about Rocco. Making fun of my boy's accent. Messed up, man. And Italians don't even like peanut butter.
I like
Peanut butter is very American.
Right?
Yeah, it is. But I like almond.
Almond milk,
No,
almond butter.
almond butter. Very good. Peanut butter, it's okay.
Yeah, I tell you, you go overseas, you don't see no peanut butter anywhere.
You won't find it anywhere.
If anytime they use it, it's in like savory food.
All right. Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Trying to kiss off, I'm in your place. Man, this shit so crazy. Never thought I'd be doing shit like this again. Put that effort in, girl, then I will pay you. Crash that thing out the park, now I feel like Babe Ruth, baby. Shit I can't do, baby. No, I can't move, baby. Nothing I can't prove, baby. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. Question marks along your brain, wonder if you should try again. Look at me inside your braces. Can't focus when we face to face. Plenty things I could go say. Name a place I go and pay at. Said she want no boo. Been around the world. I can show you. Taking flights to GA for our soul food. Gotta pay 1K for GA at my shows too. Keep it 1K with my fans even at my lows. Ooh. That's why I'm back. Show your man the things I've showed you. Tell your man how I used to hold you, but I won't hold you. Your new man is lame and all I spoke is true. Life won't smoke for you. That sadness comes with coping too. This madness come with shit that's overdue. You strong by yourself, nobody else holding you. But I ain't holding you. You the one I need when I'm off that perk or two. Hit that thing early, got your sleep like curve for you. All these lame ass bitches I curve for you. All these packs and pearls I burnt with you. It's up now, baby, it's stuck. They can look, but they cannot. They gon' hate, so I keep that tucked. All this ice on me like pucks. I work hard, don't need no luck. Only thing I need is my Glock. When there's bread, these birds gon' flock. When they dead, I let them rot. I ain't tryna leave you up, I said stop waiting. And I don't got time for these pussy fuckers playing. You gotta read between the lines that I am saying. Ain't got no time for no more bullshit conversations. Cause I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. Yeah. Ooh, it's running right on the wall. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. I got 16 missed calls on my phone. Times change, Mickey D's turn into Rabuchon. Kick my feet up, drink leader, smoke on a new strong. Couple margaritas, senoritas, I goof off. Smoking on a island, say she wanna ride with me. Took her on a flight, said all her bags from Italy. I sent her with a friend, they shopping there religiously. Whoa, whoa, yeah. She say she love me, but that's when she rockin' Prada bag. Said she ready for the next, I won't, not so fast. Slow down, slow down, slow down, girl, don't you crash. Whoa, whoa, yeah. Cause we can mess up that pretty face, but we can fuck up that pretty lady. Tryna kiss up, I'm in your place. Man, this shit so crazy. Never thought I'd be doing shit like this again. Put that effort in, girl, then I repay you. Crash that thing out the park, now I feel like Babe